With less than 2 weeks until the inauguration, Donald Trump's administration is starting to take shape. But after an intelligence briefing on the election hacking allegedly done by Russia, the controversy continues. As part of a series of tweets last night, he said, quote, "Having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing. Only stupid people or fools would think that it is bad." His message coming after a declassified intelligence report outlined how Russia sabotaged the U.S. presidential election. Russia and the inauguration, our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page and Twitter. You can always send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us live in the newsroom is our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant, Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. All right, so Donald Trump very vocal on Twitter throughout the day yesterday regarding Russia. What's your take on it?
So it seems to me that what we're doing is we're still focused on the election and focused on whether or not the Russians were trying to help Hillary Clinton, as opposed to focusing on what the real issue is and whether or not a foreign government is hacking into computer systems in the United States that destabilizes the United States government, Mustafa Tamiz. And shouldn't we be moving away from the election and into an important issue of a foreign government attacking the United States? This is an attack on our system.
Yeah, it's an attack on our system, and I think it's also an insight into President-elect Trump. He can't seem to see beyond himself. He feels like everything is about him, and everything, it's about the size of his hand, so to speak, right? This is not about him. This is about a foreign government that has hacked into our system to undermine our democratic process. It's not that, our intelligence, CIA, NSA, FBI have come out with a detailed report showing how they've done it. RTTV, which people can watch on their television, is run by a former campaign operative of Vladimir Putin. They're spending a lot of time, a lot of resources in undermining democracies, not just in the United States, but across Western Europe. And that's dangerous, and we need to do something about it, and he needs to admit it.
Virtually every Republican in Congress is supporting the intelligence community. Donald Trump appears to be the only Republican who's still saying, I don't believe this.
Well, you have some Republicans who are questioning, because the fact that the DNC servers were never asked to be looked through, the fact that you have Assange saying that no, his evidence, or he got his information not through Russians. So you do have Republicans who are questioning what's going on and how they came up with their conclusions. You also have the fact of timing, because we've heard of hacking from China. We've heard of hacking from Russia way before this. And so the fact that Hillary Clinton, our current president's candidate of choice, did not win, people are questioning the timing of talking about this hacking situation. I think we need to move on from this, because the one thing that we do know is that Russia, we've never said that Russia is our friend, but the current president-elect, President-elect Trump, is saying the same thing that Hillary Clinton said in 2009. We need to push the reset button, because he is a new president and he's going to handle Russia way differently than his predecessor.
Well, no one in American history has ever been as complimentary to a Russian leader as Donald Trump has. Donald Trump almost looks up to Vladimir Putin in his rhetoric. This is not what my assessment of it. He says he's a great leader. He tweets that he's a very smart man. No one has ever seen that before. So this is more than just resetting the relationship. And then two, this is not about just general hacking of information. This is weaponizing the information to undermine democracy.
If you look at statements made by Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama during the first 2 years of Barack Obama's term, they made very complimentary comments as well. But what has happened is the failed foreign policy of that administration and the collapse of their relationship.
Let's go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
All right, let's take a look at two tweets I think really sum up the divisiveness of this issue as we head to Twitter right now. Amy says, I have a hard time believing Putin won't turn on Trump. Call it being a Cold War kid, but I can't imagine Russia picking us over China, or the U.S. over China. All right, on to this next one now. This one from @ToughAndRight. He was tweeting at Donald Trump saying nothing wrong with allying with Russia. Just because Putin is a dictator doesn't mean he can't help destroy ISIS. Your thoughts on those?
Well, and will he help destroy ISIS to the benefit of anyone, or help destroy ISIS to the benefit of another dictator? And that's really been what Barack Obama's problem was with what they were doing in Syria, was they weren't trying to destroy ISIS, they were just trying to help the dictator that was there.
No, all of Russian bombing, I mean, so from the beginning of the encounter, not as far as anybody can track, they haven't targeted ISIS at all. They've been targeting the fighters that the United States government and Western allies have been supporting. So Russia's fight in Syria has not been about ISIS, it's been about propping up Assad. That's a fact.
We got less than a minute.
The common thread between, the common goal between Russia and us is that we do want to defeat ISIS. We have a current administration, as in Barack Obama, who can't even say the word ISIS. You will see a different regime coming in and a different administration coming in, and you will see those two, because that is the one thing they both want to do, they both want to do, and you have not seen that passion coming from this current administration.
Do you agree with the assessment that has been out, not just his, but the assessments that have been out, that Russia has been targeting not ISIS, but the fighters who've been trying to bring down Assad?
I believe that Russia wants to destroy ISIS. They have different means of doing it. I think Trump and Putin will work together to destroy ISIS, and I think he will help us with China.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
All right, well, great discussions as always. We appreciate it, guys. Have a wonderful work week.